live that I am performing today, the sole reason behind this live is one of the short clip that I have seen on my LinkedIn profile. It was placed by Honorable Vice Chancellor of JNU. She very nicely stated some of the emerging issues in respect to ongoing deterioration of nature and climate change and all the threats that we all are facing and that we all are going to face in a more intensive manner. So, I wish to put some input in this line and I plan to give you a series of expressions from my inner knowledge and wisdom that I have gained in my past 40 years of working in the domain of natural resource management. In one line, my introduction is that I am Dr. M.L. Gaur, basically a hydrologist, did my PhD in hydrology from IIT Roorkee in 2000 and afterward I served as a scientist in ICAR for 25 years and then I was in university system as a professor, HOD, dean in a prestigious Anand Agricultural University in Gujarat. And after 15 years there, I got retired and now I have joined in the corporate sector as a vice chancellor of a very reputed university, Dr. C.B. Raman University in Bihar, which is a part of very pronounced and most famous ISET group of Bhopal, which incorporates 6 universities and also has its presence, dominant presence in more than 600 districts of the country to take care the visionary and applied aspects of 3 things: the digital transformations and enhancement, number 2, the livelihood improvement by judging the roots and root problems, and number 3 is the skill enhancement, particularly demand driven skills at regional, district, or even at other micro levels. So, with this background, I have started to enter in a new era of digital, information exchange. So, I was very much impressed by this movement that is created by our AICT officer, or I'm not recalling his exact position, but I was impressed by seeing his innovative idea to discuss on parampara. Parampara means traditions. How this traditional wisdom that we were having in past to control the nature with zero cost, how this wisdom has been lost and how we can integrate this thing in our modern kind of knowledge sphere where the artificial intelligence, technological inputs are, growing like anything. So today I will discuss in brief what is happening, what was happening, and what is going to happen. Sorry. Let me introduce the current climate crisis in just 2 lines, though it is a subject of many books people are talking across the globe. But in 2 lines, it is increase in the temperature to the tune of approximately 1.1 degree centigrade across the globe. It's a global average, which is already realized in past by many famous organizations, even WMO or you call UN. They have very well documented that recently there had been an increase of average temperature of 1.1 degree centigrade because of climate effects, climate change situation. What it causes? This 1.1 degree causes many devastating things on the globe: flood, heat waves, and fire of the forest. These three things I wish to narrate because I have worked in forests for many decades. Fire of forest is less talked. Heat wave, its dynamics over time is very less talked. And floods, yeah, they are the big issues. And floods are not only happening in an area where rainfall is more. They are happening in an area where rainfall is least. India is a good example. You can see in Cherrapunji, we got highest rain of the world, highest annual rain of the world, somewhere 15,000 millimeter. While we have one area in Rajasthan, Jaisalmer, where the rainfall is very least, only 200 to 300 mm per year. But this climate change has given a situation where in past many years, floods are experienced in Jaisalmer, where rain is only meager, and droughts are experienced in a place like Cherrapunji, where rain is abundant. Why and how? Reason is the temporal distribution. Those 15,000 millimeter has fallen at wrong time, at wrong place. I mean to say, when it is required, where it is required, there was no rain. While in case of dried regions, arid regions like Rajasthan or Jaisalmer, it falls again at a wrong time, at a wrong place, and in wrong intensity. Say if it is a annual rainfall is 300 millimeter, one storm was of 200 millimeter, and then there was no rain, small drops. So it creates flood. So this climate change, in terms of droughts and floods, as well as the forests, they are degrading not only by cutting the trees, because you are cutting the trees, there is an increase in temperature, and that increased temperature is giving you flood and drought on one side, while this is giving fire in the forest in many of the regions of the world. You might have listened to the news, even in Western countries or even in Asian countries. There are many instances where this increased adverse climate conditions have given forest fires and forest fire cases. So this is the three most important crises that we are dealing, and we have adopted plethora of solutions. We have given plenty of monies, plenty of funds, plenty of policies to do this, but nothing is happening. Why? It is because of the reason that we have forgotten our parampara, our traditions. Imagine how our elders, forefathers, the old generation, they had to manage the forest, land, water, crops, vegetation, environment, rivers, canals, ponds, streams, agriculture, farms, farming, then farmers, local climate, day-to-day utilities. How they were nicely managing these things without any threat of climate change. We have to look into that. It was the real traditional wisdom that we have to not discover, rediscover it. Don't underestimate the value of those paramparas or traditional wisdoms that we have gained in many decades, in many centuries by our old wisdom and knowledgeful persons or our seniors or our creators who have created this humankind. There are plenty of examples available to prove what I'm saying. I cannot narrate all at a time. It requires a series. So what I have planned, maybe I will be successful or not, but I will be trying to put a series on these kind of things where I will put my own experience of working in watersheds, catchments, command areas in many states of the country during past 40 years. I've traveled in the watersheds. Maybe it is a Bundelkhand area, maybe it is a ravines area of Chambal, maybe it is a ravines area of Mahi River, maybe it is a ravines area of Yamuna rivers, maybe it is a lower Himalayas extending from Dehradun up to the northeast Shillong, maybe it is a Rajasthan, maybe it is a Maharashtra, many part of the country, maybe it is a Sardar Sarovar projects, maybe it is the contributing catchments of that Sardar Sarovar in Maharashtra, Nandurbar, or many places where I have been associated to deal with the causes of these changes. Why silt is producing from those catchments coming to the reservoirs, how the stream banks are getting eroded, how the technology can monitor, how these could be monitored hydrologically, how the installations, low cost installations to judge the quantum of soil erosion, runoff at varied scale of space and time, that I have dealt at many institutions of the nation by having many projects of higher ends, maybe World Bank, maybe Government of India, maybe Government of Uttar Pradesh, UP, MP, or maybe Mission. So I'm happy to see that we have done a lot in our climate change and water sector in past, but I'm sorry to say that at the end the situation remains as such. What we were having at 40 years back, we jumped into the project, we worked for 10 years, and then we come out from the project, the situation reverts back to the same because it was not properly managed, or the managers were not created at the grassroots level. We came out, projects gets to its original state. So this is the right time to have a good thinking, a good prospects to let us see what is happening in the world, how to deal our traditions, and how to blend tradition or traditions with technologies. There exists a lot of scope of having the marriage of present days smart technologies, AI based or ICT based or IoT based tools with the traditional tools that we were already having. We have many examples of traditional tools of managing climate and nature. It very well exists. The long list. Maybe it is a Rajasthan water harvesting in Rajasthan, or maybe it is a irrigation system in Golconda, or maybe it is a forest management in your Uttarakhand, or maybe there remains many. Maybe it is a pasture management, maybe it is a grazing management in Bundelkhand, or maybe it is a water management or water productivity in many parts of the country. Maybe it is a advanced kind of farming in Gujarat. There are more than 200 examples I have with me that I will be sharing in a series of videos that I will create from henceforth. I will confine my presentation here itself. Thank you very much, and please do join this. Let us exchange our knowledge in a best way for this next generation. Thank you very much.